Good rising, family. Good rising. Black Phoenix checking in right now. I'm at the headquarters, and I just wanted to talk to you today about Black History Month vacation. I think I need one. I think I deserve one. Family, it has been real. Just been thinking over the process of the last year and getting things together. Moving the transition from Phoenix, Arizona, into Oklahoma City. The things I learned from Phoenix and the things I have learned here, and just networking, man. I think it has opened up my eyes to the fact that some people would say they really, really want something, and then you have some people who really, really want something. You know what I mean? And those who really want it, they're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. And I hear a lot of people, I haven't listened to a lot of people over the years, this last year for sure, especially during 2020, have some great ideas, but not willing to execute them or want to half step them. One thing, man, I have learned, if I haven't learned nothing else, family, there's no shortcuts. You're going to have to put in the work ethics. You're going to have to get burnt. It's part of it. You're going to lose money to make money. You're going to make some bad decisions to make some right decisions. I think learning from your mistakes and failures should be one of your greatest assets, especially if you don't become bitter and you get better from it. I think it's to really, I hear people that say that they want to be free, but they talk in ways to really put themselves in bondage again. And I was holding a conversation with someone the other day, and I was just thinking about how we are willing to jeopardize our freedom. We're willing to give up our freedom for some possessions just to look like we're doing better than the next person, when we're actually not doing better than the next person. We're just keeping up an image. And I'm thinking, like, when do you get tired of just keeping up an image and actually living that life? You know what I mean? Actually doing what you say you're doing. You know what I mean? Actually living it and enjoying the life. But when you building a business, man, one thing I want to say, it's never too late to start a business. It's never too late to start branding yourself. It's never too late to learn a trade and to educate yourself. It's never too late. But once you see whatever you're doing isn't working, I think it's wise to just switch it up some. You know, Sometimes you have to reinvent yourself. Sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board. Me coming here, like for instance, in Phoenix, my welding skids was doing good. You know, Here I only sold a few. Phoenix, I sold several. It was pretty good, and I had more people hit me up, and it was more of a demand as far as the service, the field services. More independent contractors, more people trying to get things done, more bigger environment. Here it's more of a controlled environment, good old boy system where my welding skids wasn't as potent for me to be mobile to go around and do. It's like I was facing a lot of different obstacles, and then on top of that, I ended up running into that situation where I got the gun pulled on me, and that was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, just shows you the mentality of the people of the area that you're in. That's why I come to you today and say, man, you know what? Wouldn't it be nice to have a vacation for Black History Month, even though, Black History Month is the shortest month of the year. And I don't necessarily believe in it. But since we got it, I figured, maybe we should utilize it. I would love to take a vacation that whole time of the year, but you got to think most of the time in February in certain places it's cool. It's a cold time, but it's a love time, you know, too, you know. So it's just kind of ironic the way things fall, you know. But I was most definitely thinking about taking a break, y'all. I've been feeling burnt out, just on it, trying to make things happen, you know, turn water into wine, so to speak, you know what I mean? And I've been building my own pyramid to live to be remembered, you know, with this container conversion project. Um, Being here has been real challenging for that too, you know, getting those things together. But I'm glad that I got it at a stage now where um, it's done. You know what I mean? You know, I only have a couple small things actually to sum it up. You know what I mean? But nothing big. You know. But now, you know, once I get everything summed up, you know, it's like, man, I need a vacation. You know what I mean? Just from get away from things. You know what I mean? To just regroup. Sometimes you do. You know. Sometimes, you know, we can face so much stuff and you don't realize how you allow certain stuff to affect you, you know what I mean, until you really, really look at it, you know. And I noticed that, but you know, you have to go through what you go through. So I'm thankful that I came here and I actually went through what I went through because it has made me stronger. It has made me um, pay more attention to detail and what's going on around me because it is what it is. I mean, we have to face the truth about the way society is going, the way people are disappearing, dying, sickness, wealth, health. You know what I mean? It's just so much drugs. You know what I mean? It's so much going on right now that you try to keep a focus, but you got to be realistic and say, hey, I'm still here. I'm still dealing with what's going on. I'm still, you know, I still have kids. I still have family that I love that, you know, your heart get torn between the two, you know what I mean? And it gets rough, man. So that's why I was up this morning saying, hey, I need a vacation. You know what I'm saying? And next month, man, feel like a good one. That's actually, I was looking at the calendar and it actually, February the 1st is on a Monday. So this weekend, you know, I have a few things to do. It's raining today, so um, I doubt if the flea market will be, I mean, the swap meet will be open, but I doubt if it doing it good today because of the rain. There ain't gonna be a lot of people come out. I got a couple things I need to take over there and set up, but tomorrow is supposed to be a better day, so I think tomorrow actually gonna be hopefully be the grand opening, and I can come to y'all live and you know show you how the park be filled over there because there'd be a lot of people come over there to come shop and hang out and network and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I like to network, so we're just gonna see what's going on. Like I say, it's several different networks, so I just want to see what type of network I can build. Um, Doing something different, you never know until you dive into it, you know. And you know what's so crazy? I have reached out to. It's crazy when you reach out to some of your own. This is really the part that really trips me up. Excuse me. I feel like one of my eyelids in my eye. But it's crazy when you reach out to one of your own and you actually see that certain people say that, hey, I support you. And you know what? We have to realize, be grown enough to understand the difference from a follower and a supporter. A follower is just someone who will follow you. They really don't support you. They just, you know, follow you. You're interesting. Or they want to see what you got going on, or even if they just want to hate. Then you got a supporter who actually support you in some way, encourage encourage you in somehow, or finance you, or spiritual, or educational, or whatever it is. They give you support to help you, you know, achieve what you're trying to achieve, and also, you know, you returning the favor and doing the same thing. So it's like there's a big difference, and you have to. Some people get caught up with numbers when you're building your independence or you're building your social sites or whatever you're doing, your YouTube channel. Don't get caught up in the numbers. Just let the numbers do what it do. Some people will watch you for a year or two, and they won't click that button or say that they actually following you or supporting you until someone bigger say that they do. Someone else will say, "Hey, I support this guy too." So sometimes we can get caught up in that and not really be focused on what we need to do. So don't worry about the numbers. Just do what you do. And like I say, I think this month, after getting everything together, man, it has been, woo, y'all. It has been real. Like, I can't even lie to you. And that's why I just like, man, I just need to you almost feel like you just need to detox. I felt so much. It's just been different. It's been difficult. It's been difficult, you know what I mean? But I'm thankful I survived. And, God blessed me with the ability to actually build my own pyramid, which actually build my independence. Good rising. Good rising, brother. Good rising. To actually build my independence and show someone else that they can do it too. I think that's the big thing, because I'm leading by example. So, showing you the process from beginning to end, but what you can do if you stay focused, if you network, if you hustle, bartering, trading, whatever you got to do, but building your independence, you're going to have to do just that. I remember one time, it was funny because we wanted to cook cake one day, and we just moved here, and my wife, she didn't have no cake pan, so to speak. So she was like, "Man, we can't cook a cake. I ain't got a cake pan." And I'm looking there, I'm seeing all these other things. I'm saying, "What is that?" "Well, that's not a cake pan." I said, "Well, where I come from, we'll make that happen. It'll be one today." And she looked at me, "Well, I guess it can work." Yes, it can. Some people think that it got to be specific. Oh, you got to have this kind. It got to be. No, it don't. You can use something to still make it happen. And I think in life, man, I think that's what you have to do. You have to make do with what you have sometimes. Make do with who you have, what you have, what finances you have, what education you have, and grow from that. But don't be naive and think that you're going to stay the same way. Like, you shouldn't even want to stay the same way. Like, you should know that if you're really going to achieve what you're really, really trying to do, you're going to have to surround yourself with people of that like mind, or people that did it or doing it. You see what I'm saying? Having your circle surrounded with people that's doing the same things all the time, and you feeling like, oh, I'm doing a little bit better than them, so I'm better than them. So you think you better off when you just like them. You know what I mean? So you can't compare yourself to stuff like that. It got to be a higher standard. So I'm always want to learn. You know what I mean? Want to learn, want to do better, want to be better, and want to understand things, and just sometimes you just want to have an easier go at things. Things been rough for me, just growing up. And when I talk to some of my friends and family, or cousins who have family, had their families that's still there, like mothers and fathers in their lives, you know what I mean? I can't do nothing but tell them, man, how fortunate they are. Like, man, you just don't know how fortunate you are to actually have a father to be there the whole time, and you had your mother to be there. Some people didn't have it, and I would only how some people say, man, I'd give my leg and arm if I had that. Like, I got a cousin who actually got a dad who give him wisdom, who talk to him and give him game, even though he makes some crazy decision and do his thing. I said, man, bro, you got a dad though. You know what I mean? Dude is real. He give you, he give you the game. He talk to you, he give you what he learned, and he actually put himself in a position to show you what he did work. And so that's why I focus to give that, because me dropping these archives and dropping these videos, a lot of times I I give wisdom and game in ways because I was looking for the same thing, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have that. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give that for someone that might didn't have it or might needed it from this perspective, you know what I mean? So, you know, and I want to be better for mine. I want to be the father that I didn't have for my kids, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to, you know, lead by example, even though I know I had to get it a little rougher. I know in the long run, you know, it'll all pan out, you know. But I'm up this morning, family. Like I say, it has been challenging getting everything off the ground, but it's been up, you know. But it's been real, and so I've been thinking about going on a vacation. And like I said, I got 2 more days to the first. Um, my grand opening is actually um, this weekend, so it ain't like I'm going on a vacation this whole month. But I am advertising the container conversion as a display unit, as an office, as a studio, as a cafe, as a storefront, whatever a person wanted to be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to have a title. It's a conversion. You know what I mean? I like that. Just a container conversion because I converted it from a container into what I imagined, just like someone else can. And I think giving people the idea of what they can do, and then sometimes showing them that you can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you how many people, and I know I'm not the only one as a black welder who have done a job for someone who have literally looked at you when you got done, like they was impressed, but it was like almost they was shocked that you did it. Like, you did that? Like, man. Like, I did a job the other day, and I swear, dude kept telling me he liked the fact that I was on time, and I was hands on, and I stayed at it, and I didn't mind jumping in and getting involved. And I'm like, man, that's part of it. That's how I was raised. And sometimes people look over your and this is a fact. When you working beside someone or you in the fight with someone, even if they don't like you, when you're in the foxhole, so to speak, you can become best friends. Then because he got to look out for you, you got to look out for him, and both of y'all see what this person is made of. And if this person is a solid person, you say, you know what, I thought people was like this, but nah, everybody ain't like that. And you realize that in life, everybody ain't out uh, to destroy the black race, to destroy the black man and women and family and child, but there's a lot out there who systematically make sure that we stay oppressed. You know what I mean? Systematically make sure that they profit and benefit off of us, even our own people. It profits some of them for us to stay blind. So it just sometimes, like I say, sometimes sometimes you just want to take a vacation away from everything. But my goal is probably to just ease up on a few things, but I'm gonna start transitioning, this month. So I don't know how things gonna go, but I'm gonna keep hustling. I also got set up for a liquidation site where I can buy bulk uh, goods, and you can pick pretty much the categories what you buy. So I'm gonna probably be buying, investing in tools and stuff like that, tools and things that are a need and not necessarily a want. And that's another thing when you find products. Don't get caught up in just thinking that it got to be your product you're selling. You just need to sell and find a product that's a need. You know, we know that a lot of the services, a lot of companies went down that just had wants. And the companies that survive right now are those who actually was providing needs at an affordable rate or just something that you just had to have. You know what I mean? So, a lot of things are going, still on the social distancing right now. So I think like having kiosks, container kiosks, man, ooh, anything mobile, and one thing I know, this blew my mind. This guy, we dragged my container on this gravel thing, wasn't bad. With his 2500 truck, no problem. Like it, no problem. It didn't. skirt like no problem. I was thinking like, man, it just made me know when you're doing certain things, it's good to have what you need, even though you might not need it, might not have everything in the beginning. But if you really, really want to build a business and you really, really want to build something, you're gonna have to be an asset to yourself. You're gonna have to have the tools you need to be independent on the standpoint where can't no one stop you from getting the bag. You know what I mean? So I got to upgrade my truck. You know, I don't know when, but I am, and it's going to be the last one. But you know, my goal is to get what I need, unless something happened to it. You know, I have to replace it. But my goal is to get to upgrade the truck, the trailer that I need um, to do the hauling and the unloading I need for when I'm doing events and dropping my own containers, especially the 20 footers, because I know I'm gonna be doing a lot of the 20 footers, you know, the 20 foot high cube. So more than the 40s. And so, you know, I can pay someone bigger to do the 40s, you know what I mean? But on a small 20, I can do that. Or, you know, especially if it's in my area, you know what I mean? So my goal is also to transition into the Georgia area. So I plan on doing that too. I already been getting things there. So we'll be doing some more transition this month. That's part of my vacation, getting things together to get into the Georgia area to start networking. So salute to my people there. Just wanted to say y'all stay in contact with me. Follow me on the website www.hogonwelding.com. That's www.hogonwelding.com. We'll be there um, doing the shipping container conversions, doing the welding skid prints, doing the staircases, coming up with other needs, and whatever the need is in the area. My goal is to educate too, because it's a lot of our black people there who are seeking education, who are wanting to turn a trade into a business and not necessarily just have a job, but understand that it takes a job to actually get over the hump. So I don't knock having a job. I think we have to. A good leader was a great follower. So sometimes you have to learn to be that soldier, to know the steps, so that way when it's your time to lead, there won't be no issue. So just wanted to say that. Hope everybody having have a good day today. Like I say, it's raining here, so a few things that I wanted to do, I won't be able to do due to the rain today. But I am gonna try to do some fabrication inside the garage. I got some measurements. I think I'm gonna build a small gate for the front of my staircase. I actually had already thought about it and thinking about a few different ways to do it. Was I was gonna go at first. I was gonna do something simple like a couple chains, and then I thought about, you know what, if I make a cool little gate, you know, it could be a display too, because I can make it where people can, you know, see different gate designs. But I was trying to see what I had, because right now I'm trying to utilize everything I have before I go buy something else. And I think that's important too. When you grind and when you're really trying to um, put your money together, you really want to make sure um, that you utilize everything you get first before you just go out and just purchase something, you know. So I had a few people ask me how much, when it's all said and done, did my container conversion cost me to build. Due to me being in this area, I had a few prices, a few things that I had to spend that I wouldn't have had to spend. But when it's all said and done, the container, which, you know, you got to think of this the way I did it. I got a 40-foot shipping container. Um, Spent $2,500 for it. It was $400 to deliver it. It was $400 to deliver it, and cut it in half. Kept one half for myself. So I pretty much, you might as well say, half of that profit, half of that amount from that container went to mine. So if it was 29 or 3,000, you might as well say 1,500 versus the electrical stuff. And when it comes to that, it all depends on what a person got, what you want to get. But mine, my fixtures and all the things, I think it end up costing me around between $500 to $800 on all of my electrical things that I needed, lights, wires. I'm gonna say between that, it was 25 and 8. So instead of 224, then you think about the sheetrock, all that. And actually, I got a deal on the sheetrock. The sheetrock probably would have actually cost me about 300, and I actually got a deal from a guy who, I guess, a contractor. He had a lot of leftovers, and I only spent $100, and I had enough sheetrock left over, literally. And so the guy gave me a good deal, and it was 4x12 sheets. That's what they were. It was 4x12s. So that was a good deal. And my painting situation, yeah, that was, I think, all together, probably with the painting, I'm gonna say I was out of maybe $300 to $400. With the painting, 300 to 400. So on that aspect, and then the metal, and the price of metal is going up too, by the way, for those who don't know. But I spent probably, to do everything, I think my metal was probably about 5 to 800 because of the handrails and the staircase. So if you're not adding a handrail and staircase, your metal will be a lot cheaper. I would say if you're gonna be transporting one a lot, use 5/16. If you don't use 5/16, use 3/8. I mean, if you're not 5/16, I'm sorry. If you don't use 3/16, you can get away with 1/8. You just need to reinforce it a little bit. So that'll save you tremendously on your money if you can get away using 1/8 like a real. It really would. But like I say, so far, putting it together, man, I would say that I'm under and all the insulation. Now, if you go with the spray foam insulation, it's going to be about, the cheapest I found around here was like 1,600 to shoot the whole thing, 16 to 2,000. So I went with 2-inch insulation, 2-inch foam instead of spray foam, and I got it. I think we spent about 300 versus spending 16. You know what I mean? So I got that from a good deal because the guy had some sheets, and those actually run about $35, $38 a sheet, and I think we got them for about $18 a sheet. So a lot of this, a lot of the materials and things I got on here was a lot of bartering, a lot of trading wood, my flooring. Actually, my flooring, I know how to do it now, but I only had a certain amount, and if I would have staggered it completely right, I wouldn't have had enough to do it with what I was given for that price. So at that time, I just utilized it to make it work. You know what I mean? But now that I know how to stagger the floor. I know how to lay it out now. But I was utilizing what I had, at the moment. And then that was my first time doing the floor. And then someone else I was trying to pay to do the floor, they were just trying to bust my head. I'm like, man, you know what? This is gonna be the office display. I can get away with me making it look good, and then I know how to do it from this point on. But I just refused to let someone bust my head here, and that was a lot of my issues here, was getting people that know what they was doing and actually show up. And my guy Jesse, the Spanish guy, he was actually the one who helped me sum it up. He did the electrical, finished framing it, did the sheetrock, painting, you know, and we fired everything up. Everything worked. Like, he did an outstanding job, and my labor charge with that was good because I bought all the material. I bought all the material on that one, and my labor charge was, um, I say it was under 1,000. So I'm gonna say 800. 800 was a deal for doing everything, and 1,000 would have been deal. You know what I mean? Paying a grand, but like I say, I just bartered everything, and we networked, so everything worked out. So you might as well say when it's all said and done, as of now, this one once I did, I still got to put the AC in. I already got it priced, so it's easy to get it installed. But I'm gonna probably be out of probably when I'm thinking it's gonna be probably 65. That's with me doing with the AC, everything with the AC, and if I add a couple more things, which my did, so I'm looking at it about no, I think it'd be about 55. I don't know, it's between 6 and 6,500. So, and like I say, it's worth easy. I can sell it for. I got it priced on Facebook Market just to advertise at 15, and so at a full cafe, which what it is, or a store for an work office, it can go for 15,000. So I can at least get it down to 12. You know what I mean? One like that, or I can say at least base sell it for 10, and I can still make a profit. So it just, if I was going to go that route. But now that I know, as far as building it, what I need, I know the supplies and all the things I need, and I could actually sell one that's insulated right and done right for 10. Probably the cheapest I can do one, and it's the cheapest bare minimum. It'll be 75. But for me to make a profit, unless it's like something that I'm just doing the outside structure and the person is doing the inside, then yeah, that'll be ideal. But to actually get it where it's insulated and nice and ready to be on and off grid, I would say I'll sell them for 10. That way I can make a profit 10 and above. Um, Unless it's a smaller unit, like a 10 footer, you know what I mean? So I sell those probably, between 45 and 5. And those finish units, like finish where you can got electrical, you can take your 10 foot unit to open up a little store or merch stand. Because I had a few people inbox me about smaller units. So, you know, the goal is to have them finished. My thing is to have them where it's on and off grid, even on the solar. I even want to go there and figure out my costs on that. I don't know yet, but I am following somebody that I'm watching put them in, and it's not expensive. So I'm gonna figure out what the cost is, and we're gonna see what it's gonna cost to do some solar panels. But like I said, this whole process been a process. So that's why I'm feeling like, hey, I need a vacation. You know what I mean? I need to get away for a second. So it has been real. So I don't want to take up much of your time. Like I said today, this morning, I just wanted to give you a rundown on how things been. The container is actually at the location. It is on Midwest Boulevard and 23rd Street, Northeast 23rd Street, Oklahoma City / Midwest City / Spencer. So for those who may be in the area that want to see it, or those who may be coming to the area, my goal is, like I say, if it's to just use it as a display to help people build theirs. But if someone just so happen to come and say, hey, I just got to have yours and give you that right number, then we'll be selling that one and making another one. But I won't be here. We'll be doing that in Georgia. So Georgia. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. Like Ray Charles, I'm trying to get there. You know what I mean? I got some good opportunities, and I think it's going to be less stressful and a better environment for me to get some things done. So, hey, that's what I want to do. But I can't say it hasn't been. It's been real, family. You know what I mean? But I'm humble for the process because going through this is going to is actually preparing me for something better. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I went through this because it built a lot of character. It built a lot of endurance. It built a lot of hustle. Like I had to, y'all don't know, I had to put on some different faces. I had to get some other people to call to get some things happen for me here. Like it's been real, you know, and you don't really know it until you actually like walk in the person's shoes and think like, oh man, what he doing? Like it's just different, you know. And I know it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy when you're building your independence. Don't think that it's gonna be easy because it's not. But it's gonna be done. I seen a meme that I shared that says, if first you tried and you didn't succeed, you're normal. You know what I mean? It's okay. You know what I mean? Because you ain't gonna you ain't gonna make it, you know, to that certain point all the time. You're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. So just wanted to say I salute everybody. I'm gonna be tuning in here a little later. Like I said, it's been raining, so I know everything been down. But I'm gonna try to load up some things and see what it looks like. See if anybody going to the market, check it out, get some thoughts together. Then plus, I want to work on this this gate. I don't know if I'm gonna make a gate. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna stay in tune with it. I'm gonna see if I got enough material. I wrote down some measurements and actually I think I threw my measurements away. Man, I showed I think I threw my measurements away. So I gotta go back up there anyway. So I'm gonna go up there, get some measurements, figure out how we're gonna make a custom gate, you know, our idea, and go from there. See what we're gonna do today. See how we can network. Like I said, I got some a little merch up there. Ran out of business cards, family. I thought my cards would have been in by now, but my cards ain't in. So that sucks because I can't pass them out, but I can give people the website up there when they come. Check out the website, stay in tune, send me an email, and you know we'll network like that. So just wanted to shout the website out one more time. That's www.hogonwelding.com, www.hogonwelding.com. Check it out. Or you can email me at hogonwelding@gmail.com. So make sure you follow us on social media sites. Y'all be blessed this weekend. Hope everybody's being safe, productive, and staying black. HogOn.